What is up, guys? I am Cassie and we are back with another exercise fundamentals. As you saw in the title, we are working on lunges today. So we're going to go over proper form. We're going to talk about what muscles you're actually targeting when you're doing your forward lunges. And then we're going to talk about a couple ways to switch it up. So this video is not including side lunges. I want to make a video separately about side lunges, but this one is specifically for forward lunges and what you're going to get out of it and what you should expect to be working when you're performing these moves. So if you're interested, go ahead and stick around, subscribe for more. If you missed my first exercise fundamental videos about squats, go ahead and check that out after this video and subscribe for more because there are going to be more exercise fundamentals coming at ya. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into these lunges. So let's go ahead and talk about proper form when it comes to lunges. We are working on one side of the body at a time, which is another reason why I love lunges or find more benefits out of them than I do squats. Squats are still great, but you're getting a lot more out of lunges because it's powered strictly from one side of your body at a time. So just like we do with everything, we're gonna start with our shoulders down and back. Our neck is nice and soft and our gaze is forward. You're gonna have your core nice and engaged and tight. Again, like you're anticipating a punch, so you're not sucking in, but you're holding it nice and tight, like you're ready for anything. When you step forward for your lunge, you want to make sure not to go too far, otherwise you could lose your balance and have a hard time coming back. So maybe the first couple reps, try to keep it a little bit shorter and see what you're capable of, and then move it out a little bit further. You're going to step forward with one leg, bend that back knee, and then transfer the weight back to your back foot to stand up. So the weight transfers to the front, transfers to the back. Your hip range of motion might be tight, so that's something to keep in mind when trying to go down lower. I would focus on keeping this back leg bent unless you're trying to target more of your glutes, in which I would keep that back leg straight. You go from this angle. So back leg straight is going to target more glutes, but right now we're focusing on standard, both legs bent at 90 degrees, transfer the weight and come back. It's very important to note with these lunges that your toes should always be facing forward. If you start to turn out or turn in, you risk injuring the knee or putting extra pressure on the knee, and that's not what we want to do. So when you are forward, make sure your toes are both forward, knees are bent, back is straight, chest is tall, transfer the weight and come back. All right, so let's talk about the muscle groups that you are working when you're doing your lunge. Similar to the squat, except we're working one whole side at a time. So more is going into it than if you're using both legs doing your squat. So when you lunge forward, you are going to feel it in your glutes on that front leg. You're going to feel it on the IT and outer thigh. You're going to feel it on your inner thigh. If you keep your knee nice and straight, your toes forward, you should feel it on your inner thigh. And then when you come back up, you're getting it in the glutes on the opposite side and in those hamstrings. So we're working quads and glutes again primarily. We're also secondarily working IT, inner thigh, also a little bit of calf in the front leg, and your core for sure, especially on the sides, especially if you have that core engaged while you're performing the move. So before you start anything, go through your checklist: neck soft, gaze forward, shoulders down and back, chest tall, soft knees. You're going to lunge it forward, focus on that thigh, focus on those quads, focus on the inner thigh and the glutes, and press back into your standing position. So lastly, let's talk about a couple different ways that you can switch up your forward lunges to get a little bit more different effects out of it. So almost the same as your standard forward lunge, we're going to come at it at a diagonal. So I'm gonna step a little bit to the side. It's almost like you're standing in a box and you're aiming for that opposite front corner. Now it's important to note for this move, you're still keeping your toe forward. We're just angling our body a little bit at a diagonal. So when I lunge forward, I'm gonna step a little bit to the right. However, my toe is still forward. I'm still feeling it, but I'm feeling it a little bit more on the outer thigh and the glute med. So if you wanna focus a little bit more on the sides of your butt and the sides, the outer thigh of your legs, I would suggest trying this diagonal forward lunge. So again, I'll come at it from this angle. I'm in a box. I've got my right corner up here. I'm going to lunge forward and to the side. Nice soft knees. Back stays flat, chest stays up, and then bring it back. When you bring it back, because you're at a diagonal also, you're gonna feel it a little bit more in the inner thigh. So if you are working toward a little bit more toning in the inner and outer thigh, I would definitely suggest the diagonal forward lunge. Okay, like I said before, if you keep your back leg straight, you're going to hit a little bit more of your glute max. So if I lunge forward and keep that back leg straight, I definitely feel it on more of the top of my butt. So I'm here, I feel it right here. So this one is not going to be as effective on your inner and outer thighs. It is targeting more glutes, but if that's what you're going for, go ahead and go for it. You will not see as much toning and change in the inner thigh if you're keeping the back leg straight. But if you are doing your forward lunges, it's one of the most effective moves for my inner thigh, for sure. All right, you guys, that is it for lunges. I hope you learned a little bit more about them and how effective they are and what you should be focusing on when you're doing them. It's a great lower body exercise, great for engaging the core. I know it's not everybody's favorite exercise. It's not my favorite exercise, but it's definitely effective. So please give it a shot. Give those diagonal forward lunges a shot and let me know in the comments what you think. And I will see you guys super soon with another video. I think we're moving on to curls next. And I'm just so grateful for everybody that watches my videos, whoever subscribes, whoever comments and likes. Thank you so, so much. I appreciate you more than you know. I will see you soon with another one.